institution. It doesn't mean anything that today we live in a mental institution. 'Cause everything's crazy. They're doing away with borders. It's a new world. It's a new day. There is a new world order coming to your town. You better get ready. You better get ready. It's a new day. It's a new way. It's a new day, new day. It's a new way.
Evil lurks in the hearts of men. The shadow knows.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is Saturday night, and you are not going to believe what I got here for you. Right here on Revolution Radio. So, welcome to the Samsel Report. We're coming to you live from my personal isolation tank right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, yes, the phone line is up. And the number to call in is 314-720-6835. Oh, yes, you heard right. That's right, 314-720-6835, because I want to hear from you, okay? All right. So let's get this here show on the road, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, our government is a cesspool of corruption. Our industrial might is a thing of the past, and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, well, they're being trashed by a treasonous, out-of-control government that is intent on enslaving the American people. I know, yes, I know. And you know, and we all know that it sounds like some low-budget horror movie from the 1950s, right? Am I right? But I tell you what, it sounds like something right out of the Twilight Zone. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen? Do you know what? We live in the Twilight Zone. Oh, yes, we do. We live in the Twilight Zone. Look out. You're traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance. You are bombarded by the conditioning illusion projected forth by corporate and government-controlled mass media. A world of mind-controlled automatons, unable to think or speak out or stand up for themselves. You're entering a world where everything is just the opposite of what you think it is. You are living in The Twilight Zone. The Twilight Zone. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we live in the Twilight Zone. Oh, yes, we do. You know, the mainstream media is a weapon that is being used to control and dumb down the American people. Even I say, even as they are raped financially, their rights and liberties trampled upon, and America destroyed by design. Oh, yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, we surely do live in the Twilight Zone. Yes, we live in the Twilight Zone, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Wild Bill just got back from a nice little vacation he took down there in Florida. Oh, yes, indeed. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Down there around Clearwater, St. Petersburg. Down there around Sarasota down there, and then up around St. Augustine up there on the other side. And boy, it was all over the place. All over the place. Man, oh man, they had old Wild Bill up till 2, 3 in the morning. We was playing rock and roll and blues and jazz and everything in the clubs there on the waterfronts there. And boy, oh boy, I tell you what. Wild Bill had a good old time. But now we're back. We are back, ladies and gentlemen, back here. Back to the old isolation chamber here in St. Louis, Missouri. Oh, yes, indeed. And we're ready to go, so let's get this show on the road. Okay, it's time now, ladies and gentlemen, for an important message. Especially for you listeners out there. That's right. Oh, yes, because this program on Revolution Radio is listener-supported. And that means you, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this here network, and if you like this here program, then please send us money. Okay, would you do that? Would you do that for a while? Okay, all right. Okay, now, we don't want a whole lot of money. No, we don't want your grocery money. We don't. I tell you, you do not have to go out and take out a loan. Oh no, of course not. We don't want you to rob a bank. Definitely not. And blackmail is like totally out. Okay? All we want is whatever you can spare. That's it. So please help fund this broadcasting network. And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, you need this broadcasting network. Revolution Radio is the voice of truth and freedom that you won't hear anywhere else. Oh, that's right. So please help support informative, entertaining, fabulously original, innovative, cut cutting edge, enlightening, mind-expanding, and awe-inspiring programs just like this one. Okay, yes, it's Wild Bill's well, it's not anymore. it's the Samsel Report. And there you have it. There you go, right here live on Revolution Radio. Okay? All right, so send us money. Okay? All right, do that. Okay? Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man, oh man, it's great to be back, I tell you. Man, okay, so you can call in if you like. All right, 314-720-6835. And we got a whole show lined up for you here, so I tell you what, we might as well just get on down to it. What do you think about them? What do you think about them apples? What do you... Man, oh man, oh man. Free your mind. And your ass will follow. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, and no truer words have ever been spoken. Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, well I tell you what, let's get right down to our first headline. Okay. It seems that Henry Kissinger is worried about resistance to a new world order. Okay. Well, boy, oh boy, oh boy, I tell you what, hey, maybe these guys aren't doing as well as we thought. I mean, the global elitist pigs they're all worried about worried that people won't accept their new world order. Oh my, oh my, oh my, goodness gracious me, perhaps enough people are waking up from their media-induced stupor to realize that freedom and liberty and the Constitution are something that must be defended. You see, resistance is building, Henry. That's right, Brzezinski. Oh, yes, indeed. Boy, oh boy, resistance is building. That's right. The criminals in Washington, D.C. are well aware that more and more people are getting wise to their criminality, and the people who pull their strings are getting nervous. Okay? And that's good news, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, we're making them nervous, boys and girls. Oh, yes. Kissinger and Soros and Brzezinski, all the way up to the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. Well, they're all freaking out. Oh, yes. The United Nations and the multinationals are all speeding up their agendas because people are waking up and resistance is building all over the planet. Okay. All right. Are you with me? Are you with me so far? Okay. Okay. Yes. People are waking up. People are starting to ask questions. And you know why that is? Do you know why that is, ladies and gentlemen? Well, I tell you why. It's because nobody believes the mainstream media anymore. Okay? So, people are turning away from the mainstream media in droves. Okay? All right? Especially in the news department. Okay? All right? I mean, people are turning to the internet to get their news and information in increasing numbers. Oh, yes. The old saying goes, what? Don't believe anything you hear on the internet? Well, I tell you what, don't believe anything you hear in the mainstream media. There you go. More and more people are turning to the internet. Oh, yes, indeed. And that's where this network and others like it comes in, okay? All right, because of the programs and the hosts, see, because of the programs, because of the hosts, and because of the information that we are constantly putting out there, that's right. We are the new media, ladies and gentlemen. And we are growing. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, man. Thanks to all of the hard work of the dedicated people who host these shows and who work on these networks, right? Okay. And then and then there's the listeners, okay? All you folks out there who listen in and then go out there and promote your favorite shows, okay? Right? You guys are the foot soldiers, okay? You are the resistance. That's right. Oh, yes, indeed. You, the listeners, and we, the broadcasters, we are all on a mission to wake people up and turn people on. That's right. That's what our mission is. You and me, all of us, are part of that mission. We want to turn them on to the truth about the reality that we all face, ladies and gentlemen. We want to turn them on to what's happening and to who's responsible. Oh, yes, turn them on. Turn them into fellow foot soldiers for freedom and liberty. Right? Now, we're waking people up all over the country. In fact, we're all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. And the world is hearing us, okay? And they're watching us here in the so-called land of the free. And the whole world is watching what's going on right here in America. Because if America goes down, ladies and gentlemen, the whole world is lost, and the New World Order wins. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, man. Yeah, they're nervous nervous, all right. And that's why they are so hell-bent for leather. That's why they're speeding things up, see? But then again, so are we. That's right. We are too. Oh yes, we're speeding things up too. So there you go. Let's kick it into high gear. How about that? You want to kick it into high gear? Screw the New World Order. Hey, screw the New World Order. I tell you what, let's kick some New World Order butt. Okay? All right, you and me, let's go out there and kick some New World Order butt. All right? Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, man, oh man. So there you have it. There's our first headline. There you go. Okay? All right, what the hell was that headline? Henry Kissinger is worried about resistance. Okay, they better all start worrying. The whole bunch of them, because here we come, people. Right? Here we come. Are you with me? Here we come. Look out. Okay. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Samsel Report right here, live on Revolution Radio. Okay, so I tell you what, let us Okay, all right. So let us continue now with our look at the headlines for the week. And then one hell of a week it's been. Boy, oh boy, look out. Huh? I go away, I come back 2 weeks later and all hell's broken loose. I can't believe it. I went away for 2 weeks. Okay? I didn't think about none of this stuff. I got news for you. I didn't even think about none of this. The stuff was the farthest thing away from my mind. Okay? Oh, my God. And I come back and everything's gone to hell in a handbasket. I tell you what, man. I tell you what. And anyway, let us continue. Let us look at the rest of our headlines here. Okay, I'm sure you're going to find them extremely interesting. Okay. All right. Here's a good one. Eric Holder. Oh, yes, I said Eric Holder. Oh, yes, I did. Eric Holder. Wash my mouth out with soap. Right? Eric Holder. Oh, my God. Well, you know what Eric Holder says. Excuse me. I get all choked up when I think about Eric Holder, you know. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. So anyway, look. Holder says, international law trumps the Constitution. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. Those were his words. My God. What are we going to do with this guy? Huh? This guy's unbelievable, isn't he? Isn't this guy? He's totally unbelievable, this guy. Anyway, he says that international law trumps the Constitution. My God, where does this guy come off? I tell you what. Eric Holder. He's one of the Obama administration's biggest douchebags. Oh, yes. He's busy trying to convince Congress that international treaties, I say international treaties, trump constitutional government. Now, what? Is it just me? Huh? Or do I smell a great big pile of manure? Do I smell that familiar smell of a great big pile of cow dung? I mean, am I right? Am I right? Am I right? Is this ridiculous or what? Huh? Huh? Listen to what this guy had to say. In other words, the United Nations, the United Nations can tell us what to do, and we have to do what they tell us. Okay? All right. Well, I tell you what. Let me see here. Is it do what you like we have to conform to international gun laws, right? We have to conform to international gun laws. Give up property rights to Agenda 21. We have to accept a North American Union. Okay? All right, that's what it means. Now, the United Nations can tell us to do all these different things. Now, this is what Eric Holder has to say. International treaties trump the Constitution. Well, I tell you what. Come on now. I mean, what the hell? What the hell? It's only a piece of paper, right? After all, it's outdated too, isn't it? It's outdated too. It's obsolete. The problem with the Constitution, the problem is that it doesn't provide for a world government and a new world order. Okay, according to the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, you can't have a fascist, total surveillance, track and trace police state where everything and everybody is monitored and controlled. See, that's the problem with the Constitution, and that's why it simply has to go. I mean, it's just got to go, right? Right? It makes sense to me. The more I think about it, the more it makes sense to me. So I'm going to have to go with Holder and the Obama administration on this one. Okay? All right. I'm going to have to go with them on this one. Okay? So, because really, come on now. Give me a break. Oh, my God. Oh, God, help me. Oh, is this real or is it on tape? Is it Memorex or is it reality? I don't know. It's just... Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're listening to the Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio. Okay? Boy, oh boy. I tell you what. Hold on a second. I think we got a phone call here. Hold on a minute. Here we go. We have a phone call coming in here. Hello? Caller? Where are you calling from?
Hello? Hello? Is this a radio program I'm talking to?
This is the Samsel Report, and you are live on the air.
Hello? Hello? It's Dadburn Technology. Can you hear me?
Go ahead, caller. We can hear you.
Well, I got this here computer, and I've been getting on the internet, and I've been listening to programs like this one. And you know what I learned?
What's that?
9/11 was an inside job.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. 9/11 was an inside job. You know what that means.
That means we're all in deep, deep doo-doo.
We're up to our necks in corruption.
Like never before in history.
And that ain't all I know.
What else do you know?
I know they're robbing everybody blind.
Yes, they are.
Oh, them dirty, rotten bankers. They're banksters. We need to stand them up against the wall and shoot them with our old 45s, I say.
Or you could force them to jump off of tall skyscrapers.
Yeah, that's too good for them.
Strip them of their assets.
Yeah, strip them down and cut off their assets. 9/11 was an inside job.
Yes, it was.
It's what you call false flag. I know all about that. They do it all the time.
Yes, they do, don't they? Tell me, where are you calling from?
Kennesaw, Georgia. I'm Grandpa Rittenhouse from Kennesaw, Georgia.
Well, it's nice to have you on the show, Grandpa. You say you've been listening to internet news. Now, how does it compare to what you get from the mainstream media?
Why, it's bull hockey. It's malarkey. It's hogwash. It's a pile of steaming crap.
What? My show or the mainstream media?
I'm talking about the mainstream media. I like to listen to your program.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's funny.
Why, thank you.
It's funnier than a barrel of monkeys.
Now, I'm not sure how funny a barrel of monkeys might actually be, but thank you, Grandpa Rittenhour, for calling in to the show.
9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. Oh, yeah.
There he goes, Grandpa Rittenhour.
Oh, yeah.
Don't talk of dust and roses, or should we powder our noses? Don't live for last year's capers. Give me steel, give me steel, give me pulses unreal. He'll build a glass asylum with just a hint of mayhem. He'll build a better world. He'll be living from sin, and we can live again. He's Savior, Savior, shores. Hear me unwrap it, yours. Someone to blame us, someone to follow, someone to shame us, some brave Apollo, someone to fool us, someone like you. Won't you, big brother, big brother?
Okay, all right, there you go. Okay, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Samsel Report right here, live, as I speak, right at this very moment, live, right here on Revolution Radio. And we continue now with our look at the news. You're not going to believe this news. Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Okay. All right. 6th graders are being taught how to use strap-on dildos. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my God. In the public school system, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, if you're concerned that your 6th grader hasn't the slightest idea how to strap on and utilize the latest in electronic dildo technology, then worry no more. Ladies and gentlemen, Common Core presents Dildos for Dummies. That's right. Oh, yes. Common Core. It presents Dildos for Dummies. Okay. Which is a comprehensive how-to on the history and usage of artificial male genitalia. Okay. From the earliest primitive wooden carvings to today's lifelike mechanized wonders, your 6th grader will learn the history and the evolution of the modern-day dildo. Yes, your child will become highly proficient at the usage, care, and maintenance of modern, high-tech, artificial male genitalia. And this is all brought to you courtesy of the public school system. Oh, yes, and Common Core. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, and you heard it first, right here on the Samsel Report. Okay. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let us move on. Are you ready to move on? Are you ready to move on? Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Samsel Report, coming to you live from St. Louis, Missouri, right here on Revolution Radio. Okay, and here we go with our next headline, ladies and gentlemen. Male birth control is here. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, they've come up with a male birth control. Oh, my God. Really? Really? No kidding. No kidding. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. Oh, my God. Yes, they've come up with male birth control that you inject with a hypodermic needle through the scrotum and into the vas deferens. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Now, tell you what here, I don't know about you, but I don't like the sound of that. Right? No, no. No, 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 no. Keep your hands off my scrotum, please. Okay? Especially if one of them's holding a hypodermic, okay? That's when I start getting nervous. Okay? All right? I don't like sharp objects around my favorite organs. Okay? Hell no. Forget about it. And I tell you what. It is for that reason that I don't think this thing will catch on. No. No. Who's gonna sit still and allow the doctor to stick a needle in your sack? Come on. Forget about it, man. Ain't no way. Okay? All right? Okay? Now, if you can't be nice to him, leave him alone. Okay? All right? Now, can you believe this? Huh? This is not gonna work, ladies and gentlemen. Forget about it. No way. End of story. That's all she wrote. Okay? Forget about it. Okay. All right, you can take that. In fact, I'll tell you what we're going to do with that one. That one's going directly right where it belongs. Here it goes. Right. Flush that one. Get rid of that one's gone, baby. It's gone, baby, all right? Okay. Oh, my God. What is this? What is going on here? What? Forget about it. No way, Jose. No. Okay. Forget about it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Samsel Report. Oh, yes. This is programming for all you people out there that are already awake. You know what the score is, okay? All right. Okay. So there you have it. There you go. Oh, man. I go away for 2 weeks. I come back and everything has gone to the dogs, man. Jeez, so peak. All right. Well, you know, the number is 314-720-6835. Okay, that is the number for you to call in if you would like to call in. Okay. All right. Okay. So feel free to do so. All right, and call in. Hey, I'm open. You know, I've got an open mind here, right? You know, so call in, and because my mind is open, so yours ought to be too. Okay, all right, okay, right.
Free your mind. And your ass will follow.
Oh, yes, and no truer words have ever been spoken. Okay? So there you go. There you have it. You're riding with Wild Bill's Freedom Posse. That's right, you're riding with the Freedom Posse. Okay? All right? Okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. No. Who let them out? My God, who let them? No.
Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out of here! Oh, no. The sheeple are all out there roaming around all over the place. My God, what am I going to do? Who let them out? Who let them out? My God. Oh, never mind. Excuse me. Okay, all right. Okay, a little bit of humor we inject into the program at this point. Okay, boys and girls, you're listening to the Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio, okay? Now, I've been looking here. I've been going up and down, looking for this stupid commercial. I can't find it. I don't know where it went to. It was here. I swear to God it was here. But I can't find it. And so I'm just going to have to tell you about Charlie Danger, Private Detective. Okay, there's 4 different Charlie Danger Private Detective adventure books that you can go to hiddenmysteries.com and you can check them all, 4 of them out. And for very, very meager pittance, you can take one home with you. I mean, you can have one delivered to your home. Okay, and we also do the Charlie Danger Private Detective Old-Time Radio Show, okay, which is in the process of being put together and completed on this end. Okay, so it'll be next week when we have the latest Charlie Danger Private Detective Old-Time Radio Show episode number 14. And it will blow your mind. Oh, my goodness, you don't want to miss it. Oh, no, you don't want to miss it. Now, later on in the show, we're going to have Terry Joyce, the one, the only Terry Joyce, and we're going to pull her in here. And we're going to talk about Charlie and about doing the old-time radio show. And that ought to prove to be rather interesting. Okay, so you don't want to miss that. Okay. And that will take place in the second hour. Okay, so you don't want to miss it. Okay, and ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Samsel Report. And let us continue with our headlines. Angry mob throws Ukrainian politician in a garbage dumpster. Oh, yes, indeed, you heard right. Oh, yes, an angry mob grabbed hold of a Ukrainian politician and they threw him in a garbage dumpster. Oh, yes, they did. This week, an angry mob waited outside of the Ukraine's parliament, and the angry mob followed politician Vitaly Zurovsky, or however the hell you pronounce his name. What does it matter? They followed this guy out of the building, okay, and they cornered the guy. And they lifted him up and they threw him in a trash can. That's right. Zurovsky has a history of voting for oppressive laws and recently voted to severely limit free speech on the internet and at protests. Okay? So they grabbed hold of this guy and throw him in. You should see the video. I saw the video. He threw this guy in there. And they threw garbage on top of this guy. Oh, yeah, they were throwing eggs and the fruits and vegetables and you name it. They threw it in there on top of the guy. And every time the guy tried to get up and crawl out of there, they pushed him back in. They held him down there while they threw rotten eggs and spoiled milk all over him. Man, oh man, you should see the video. So check it out, okay? All right. Okay, we could do that. Okay. All right. So anyway, there you have it. There you go. I was thinking that it'd be nice if we could grab a few of those criminals in Washington, D.C. and throw them in a garbage dumpster. That's what I was thinking. I mean, a smelly, sloppy, rancid one. Oh, yeah, one that's pungent, putrescent, and rotten, rank, and reeking. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. We could throw Obama in there. Oh, yes, we could. And we could throw Hillary in there. Oh, yes. We could throw John McCain. We could throw Eric Holder in there. Oh, yes, we could. And if they try to climb out, then I tell you what we'll do. We'll push them back in. That's what we'll do. In fact, that's what we ought to do with the whole freaking lot of them. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We can decide if we want public executions. Oh, yeah. Well, first we lock them up in Gitmo, and then we decide if we want public executions. Do we want to shoot them? Do we want to fry them? Do we want to hang them? Throwing them into a garbage dumpster is only the beginning. I mean, from there, we're limited only by our imagination. So don't be surprised if the first time you see a politician's head impaled on a spear. Okay? And remember, it's okay to cheer. Okay? So there you have it. There you go. There you have it. So stick that in your pipe and smoke it. How do you like them apples? Okay? All right. Man, oh man, oh man. Listen, you're listening to the Samsel Report. Okay? All right? And it's your own damn fault. Oh, yes. Oh, you got nobody to blame but yourself. Okay? You're listening to this stuff. My God. My God. Okay. The Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio.
Free your mind. And your ass will follow.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, indeed. No truer words have ever been spoken, I do not believe. Of course, if you can think of any truer words than those, please feel free to call in and let us know. All right. Like I said, I've been away for a while, and now that I'm back, let's see what we got here, and we'll go from there. Okay? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know. Anyway, I get these psychic impressions. It's weird because I got them down here in Florida. I was sitting on a beach. And all of a sudden, I got this psychic impression like there was going to be a commercial break. And it just freaked me out because here I was sitting on a beach, just sitting there enjoying minding my own business. And all of a sudden, I just had this psychic impression. There's going to be a break. Well, I've got one now. I'm getting one now, right here, sitting here right now. There's going to be a break. That's what my prediction is, okay, for the next few minutes. My prediction is we're going to have another break. Well, this is actually the first break that we're going to have. But stick around and don't go away. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to the Samsel Report right here on Revolution Radio. We have a caller. Hold on a second. Oh, wait a minute. The caller's gone. Where'd the caller go? My goodness gracious me. Okay, all right. We are back. Oh, yes, we're back. I told you I'd be back. Oh, yes, I would not lie to you, my favorite people out there listening in to the program. Hello, everybody down there in the chat room. Hello, everybody out there in Radio Land. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let us continue now with our look at the headlines. Okay, you know, actually, when you come right down to it, ladies and gentlemen, not a whole hell of a lot has gone on in the past week, really. And so what I have here, ladies and gentlemen, in my grubby little hands right here, right now, is 50 facts that show how far America has fallen in this one single generation. Okay? I don't know. Am I born of those generations? Am I? Do you think? I don't know. But anyway, 50 facts that show how far America has fallen in this generation. What has happened to America? Okay, what has happened to America? Okay. You say you don't believe that the United States is in decline? Well, perhaps it's time for all of us to humble ourselves and face the reality of what has happened to our once great nation. Now, for those of us that love America, it's heartbreaking to watch the foundations of our society rot and decay in thousands of different ways. Now, the following are 50 facts that show how far America has fallen in this generation. But the truth is that this list could have been far, far longer. Okay? All right. So, there you have it. There you go. 50 facts that prove that America is in decline. And And here's number one. According to a survey that has just been conducted, only 36% of all Americans can name the 3 branches of government. Okay. Seriously. Oh, yes. Only 25% of all Americans know how long U.S. senators are elected for. That's right. Oh, yes. 25% of all Americans know how long a U.S. senator sits in his seat. Okay. And that's about the full description of it right there. He's sitting on a seat. Oh, my God. All right. Okay. Even if you include same-sex couples, in the numbers, the marriage rate in the United States is now at a 93-year low. Okay. Nobody's getting married, except the queers and the lesbians. Right? They're the ones that are making a big stink about it, right? Am I right? For the first time ever, single Americans make up more than half of the U.S. population. Single Americans make up half of the United States population. 31.1% of American young adults in the 18 to 34-year-old age are currently living with their parents. That's right, 18 to 34. I got news for you. It's 18 to 56. That's right. Living with their parents. Oh, yes, they're going out and getting married and moving down into mom and dad's basement. That's right. Hey, it's the 21st century, baby. Get with it, man. Come on. Let me see. Number 6. 1 out of every 10 teenage girls in America engages in self-harm. Self-harm. Cutting and burning are the most common forms of this self-harm. What is this real? What, are you kidding me? Come on, give me a break here. What? Really? They're into self-harm? That's oh man. Come on, give me a break here. They're into cutting themselves and burning themselves and crap like that. My God. What is that? 1 out of 1 out of every 10. Man, oh man. One survey found that 85% of all young men in America and almost half of all young women in America watch porn at least once a month. That's right. 85% of all young men and half of all the young women in America watch porn at least once a month. Oh, yeah. You got to get your quota of porn. That's right. Where's my porn? Give me my porn. Oh my God. I tell you what. Is it me or what, ladies and gentlemen, huh? Number 9, the internet can be used for good, but it can also be used for evil. That's right. It's being reported that 83% of U.S. boys and 57% of U.S. girls have been exposed to group sex while on the internet. They've been exposed to group sex on the internet. Now, how can that be? I mean, they're sitting there in front of a computer. How can they be having group sex? Come on now. What is it, just me or what? I mean, you're sitting in front of the computer. Maybe you're viewing a film, a video clip of group sex. I can understand that. Maybe you have pictures, stills, close-ups of group sex or what have you. But group sex itself, I mean, I don't see how that can be possible. Don't you? Well, anyway, that's just me. It's just me, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, number 10, one survey discovered that 25% of all employees that have internet access in the United States visit sex websites while they're at work. So while they're at work, they got the porn on the computer and they're checking out the porn sites on their lunch break. Oh my God. What is this? What is happening in this country today, ladies and gentlemen? My God. My God. Whoa. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Number 11. There is an epidemic of porn watching among federal employees. Oh, yes. For example, one Treasury Department worker said that he viewed 13,000 pornographic images within the span of 6 weeks because he did not have enough work to do. He didn't have enough work to do, so he viewed 13,000 pornographic images while he was sitting there waiting for something to do. Is it me? Is it me? My God, ladies and gentlemen, is it me or what? I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. Anyway, we have many more of these that we could look at. I mean, there's many more here that we could look at. But you know what I think would be more fun? I think it would be much more fun. We just want to have fun, right? Am I right? Anyway, I think it would be more fun to visit maybe with Terry Joyce and maybe get her in here on this whole thing. I don't know. Are you out there, Terry? Are you listening to this program? If you're out there and you're listening to this program, maybe you just might want to let me know you're out there, and I'll drag you in here, and we'll see what develops, baby. What do you think? What do you say, huh? What? Come on. Yeah. Right. So, let me know, okay? In the meantime, I tell you what, we got more right here. We got number 12. An astounding 30% of all internet traffic now goes to adult websites. Everybody out there is going to adult websites. My God, my God. No wonder they're all going to adult websites. They're looking at pictures of men and women and boys and girls and men and women and boys and girls and hey, baby, you name it. Come on, look out. It's all, hey, it's the 21st century. Am I right? So, anyway, number 13. You're not going to believe number 13. 30 million Americans are on antidepressants. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Americans account for about 5% of the global population, but we buy more than 50% of the pharmaceutical drugs. That's interesting. Americans consume a whopping 80% of all prescription painkillers. Oh, yes. Hey, we ought to be feeling pretty good over here. Is it me or what? Come on, give me a break here. I tell you what. Approximately 60 million Americans have a problem with alcohol addiction. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. And that's a number one symptom for a people who are repressed. That's right. Repressed peoples turn to alcohol. Oh yes, it's happened over and over and over again in history. That if you're depressed and you're sitting around and you're bummed freaking completely out, one thing you could do is drink, right? Right? Am I right? Because and the second thing that you could do would be to smoke or do other drugs, you know. But more and more people are turning to all these things because, hey, the whole thing sucks. It's going down the tubes, man. It's going down the drain. Oh, yeah, it's amazing. It is absolutely amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yeah. I've been from Missouri, Kentucky, Louisiana, Georgia, Florida. You go down there. You go walking into a convenience store, okay? I dare you. You go walking into a convenience store. I dare you. 99.9% of them, which might as well be all of them, all of them are manned by Pakistanis or Indians who can hardly speak a word of English. Okay? And this happens, I mean, way down there in Florida. I swear to God, to every single convenience store that I went into, they were either Pakistani or Indian, and I couldn't understand a damn word that came out of their mouths. It was incredible. So it's all over the place, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, anyway, hold on a minute.
Looking at the news from a different perspective.
That's right. Free your mind. Free your mind. Free your mind.
Our government is a cesspool of corruption.
How do you like them apples?
We live in the twilight zone. What, are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. What, is it me? Huh? Is it me or what? Huh? Huh? Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
How do you like them apples?
The Samsel Report.
Don't say nothing bad about Obama.
Don't say nothing bad.
Don't say nothing bad about Obama.
About our president.
Don't say nothing bad about Obama.
In the White House.
Don't say nothing bad about Obama.
He's black. He's black as can be. So what do you bitching about? Don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing bad about
Don't say nothing
Obama.
about Obama.
Obama.
Don't say nothing bad about Obama.
President.
Don't say nothing bad about Obama.
'Cause he's really cool.
Don't say nothing bad about Obama. He's black. His legs can see. That's all I care about.
Don't say nothing bad about Obama. Hey, so put that in your pipe and smoke it, okay? Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm talking to you. That's right. Oh, yes. That's what the Obots have to say. Oh, yes. They're at the shopping mall. There's Obots at the gate. Obots rising early, there's Obots rising late. There's Obots with their underwear for all the world to see, and Obots who would kill you over one big screen TV. So don't you try to tell me that Obama ain't the man. I'll stuff your racist butt down deep inside a garbage can. Oh, man. That's the Obots Pledge of Allegiance, by the way. Oh yeah, I was reading that was the Obots Pledge of Allegiance. So there you have it. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Look out for the Obots, because I'll tell you what. But you know, there's only one thing that could be worse than an Obot. Okay, just one thing that I can think of that could be worse than an Obot would be a hillbilly. That's right, a hillbilly. That's right, I said hillbilly. Dilly, D-I-L-L, hillbilly. Okay? Just like the Obots love Obama because he's black, while the hillbillies love Hillary because she's a woman. See? It's the same mental dysfunction, okay, going on in both cases. So, could we be going into a hillbilly era? What happens if Hillary gets in there? Oh, my God. That remains to be seen. But those are not the only threats that face America today. That's right. They are not the only threats that face us, ladies and gentlemen, in these dire times in America today. Because the Bush crime family is once again raising its ugly head, okay? Right? It's just like a deadly venomous cobra, right? A deadly venomous cobra in the middle of the night, and it crawls up in bed with you, and it gets ready to strike, right? Right? We might very well receive Jeb Bush. Jeb Bush. That's right. I said Jeb Bush. That's who the Republicans want to give us is Jeb Bush. When I saw that in the news, I about keeled over. That's right. I about fell flat on my face when I read that. What? Another Bush? Another one? Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. There's only one thing that could be worse than that. There's only one thing that could be worse than Jeb Bush, and that would be John McCain. Oh, my God. Now, wouldn't that be enough to make you want to cry? I mean, doesn't that choke you up a little bit? Doesn't it make you break your heart? Doesn't that make you break your heart? My heart is breaking here. That's right. That's right. But that's what they do. That's what they do, ladies and gentlemen. What they do is they give you the same old crap. That's right. That's right. They give us the same old crap. And the American sheep will get behind the candidate of their choice. Okay? That's what they do. They get behind their candidate. And I guess that's, so that when it's more easily crapped on in that position. That's right. When you're behind your candidate, you usually are the one that gets crapped on. Oh, my God. And they do this every 4 years. And then they continue to get crapped on for the people get crapped on for 4 more years. And it happens over and over and over and over and over. It's enough to drive you crazy. Well, I tell you what. Most of it is bull. But it's coming down out of the sky, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes. And in fact, I tell you what. You would not believe all of the crap that they got in store for you. That's right. They're going to fill your world full of crap. Oh, yes, they are intent on doing that. Yes. I'm telling you, if it hasn't been already, your life is about to be crapped on. That's right. And you know what it's going to be? It's going to be, you're going to be walking around one of these days, and then you're going to get a swift boot right in your fat behind, and it's going to knock you off your feet. That's right. Oh, man, you are going to wonder what it was that hit you. That's right. I'm telling you, you're not going to believe half the stuff that they've got in store for you and me and everybody else. Okay? All right? So, but hey, don't listen to me. I'm just a conspiracy theorist, right? Right? I'll tell you what. Hey, and it just occurred to me. It just occurred to me. Why couldn't we have, like, Sheriff Joe for president? Okay? What do you think? I think Sheriff Joe would make a great president. Oh, yeah. I think Sheriff Joe would make one hell of a president. Why, he'd go in there and he would clean up the whole freaking mess. That's right. Look out, baby. It's Sheriff Joe Arpaio. That's right. He ain't gonna take none of this crap. That's right. He's not gonna stand for it. He's gonna clean up this town. But you know what they would do? You know what they would do? Come to think of it, they'd probably just blow him away. They'd take him out. They'd take him out like they did with Kennedy, right? Ba-boom, hey, right through the brain, okay?
You've been retired.
Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Look out, look out, look out, look out, look out for Big Sister. The Fusion Center and the TSA. They put you in the database. No, 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 database. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Don't want the database. Look out, look out, look out, look out. Don't want the database. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 database. You are the dark.
It's Charlie Danger, Private Detective. Charlie Danger, Defender of the Constitution. And now, Charlie Danger, Private Detective. Life was getting a bit complicated lately for the good Dr. Totenkopf. There were the hold-ups and delays associated with a new and unproven technology, and as always, there was having to deal with incompetent simpletons at all levels. Still, that was exactly what the social engineers had been aiming for several decades. Simpleton citizens. Soon, however, she would see to it that they needn't think at all. Soon she would eradicate most of the population, and those that remained would serve as mindless slaves. The thought brought a smile to Dr. Totenkopf's face. It would serve them all right for laughing at him when she was a kid. But that wasn't all that was on Heinfelder's mind. Mariachi was angry, and it was not a good thing to have the professor pissed off at you. Well, she would show 'em. First, she would plan a most elegant dinner party and invite all of the right people and the local TV news. The whole affair would be in celebration of the successful completion of the research and development programs. During the show, when the first production model would be presented, Totenkopf would also present to Professor Mariachi the dead bodies of Charlie Danger and his cohorts. Oh, how she had it in for that bunch. She had recognized Danger instantly when she saw the surveillance tape of him assaulting an ATF agent at the Flatulent Duck. She should have done something then. She thought she'd killed him at one of the TV test sites, and then again at the Salty Towers, but Danger and his allies were still out there somewhere, plotting to make her look like a fool in front of the professor. Yes, she would show them all. Right there on television, for all of any town to witness. It would be Totenkopf, the woman of the hour. It would be Totenkopf at the height of society. Totenkopf, the genius. Totenkopf, the woman in charge. Totenkopf, the woman who delivered Charlie Danger and his terrorist thugs. The good doctor closed her eyes and then went to sleep that night with visions of her naked self hopping merrily from one bed to another with the rich and powerful. Yours truly couldn't sleep. I lay there wide awake next to the lovely, naked, and contentedly sleeping Jane. Lassie lay curled up and sleeping at the foot of the bed. Somehow I kept expecting the room to transform again. I guess I should have demanded another room after that last incident, but I figured a dangerous room was less of a problem than dealing with a dope like Basil Salty. After a couple of hours of just laying there, I decided to get up and go take a shower. I climbed out of bed so as not to disturb Jane or the dog, and I headed for the bathroom. Once within the tiny little room, with the door shut closed behind me, my dilemma became whether to take a crap first and then a shower, or to go ahead and take the shower first and then a crap. I thought about it for a minute, and since there was a total lack of reading material to be found in the bathroom, I opted for the shower first. I turned on and adjusted the water, and then unwrapped one of those little tiny bars of soap that are just about useless because they're so small and slippery that you can't hold on to them once you're all wet. I climbed into the shower stall, whistling the Perry Mason theme, and slid the door closed. The hot shower felt good on my tense muscles as I started soaping up. On the wall was one of those handheld showers on a flexible hose. Just as I was soaping up my hair, the damn thing wrapped itself around my neck and started to strangle me. With my air cut off, I couldn't breathe, and the damn thing kept getting tighter and tighter. Not only that, but my eyes bugged out and got all full of dandruff shampoo, and you know what that feels like. I was thrashing around, trying to loosen the grip around my neck when I noticed the water level rising up fast, and it was getting hotter and hotter. Soon, it was so hot you could boil eggs, and it was up to my neck. All my struggles were useless, and I was about to go under. It looked like curtains to me. I'm talking the final scene, the end of a line. I was dead meat, done for, rubbed out, finished, kaput, the dead guy in the shower. Just before I passed out, I gave one mighty kick with both feet against the sliding door, and the thing shattered. Instantly, the water level dropped, and with my last ounce of strength, I gave a great heave and pulled the flexible hose out from the wall. Gasping for my breath, I climbed out of the shower stall and sat down upon the toilet. It was a big mistake. Instantly, I was sucked into the bowl with such force that my soapy ass was jammed in deep. My God! Only my lower legs, my shoulders, and my arms protruded. And still, I was pulled. The damn thing was trying to suck me in completely. It felt like dozens of powerful hands grasping my ass and pulling it ever deeper into the swirling abyss. I was helpless. There was nothing at all that I could do but strain mightily against the forces. I started calling out for Jane or the dog. Either one, it didn't matter. And then things got even worse. I was suddenly spinning around and around, and the sucking force increased tremendously. I started screaming for help. I was getting dizzy. It looked like I was going down for sure. What a hell of a way to go. I thought I was a goner when I felt my ass lodge in the bottom of the bowl, and suddenly the seal it created caused the suction pump to overload itself. The whole thing came to a rapid. Completely exhausted, I slowly and painfully extracted myself from the demon bowl. Then I thanked my lucky stars that Providence had provided me with a big fat ass. There was no doubt in my mind that it was Totenkopf who was behind these obvious attempts to kill me. One thing was for sure, I would be demanding another room from Basil Salty first thing in the morning. I limped out of the bathroom to find both Jane and the dog fast asleep. Obviously, the bathroom must have been totally soundproofed, and all the commotion and shouting was never heard at all. As I crawled my battered and aching body back into bed, I heard Jane stir and say,
"What's the matter, Charlie? Can't you sleep?"
I didn't sleep for the rest of the night, and I felt terrible in the morning. Jane was gone, and Lassie was still curled up at the foot of the bed.
My God.
Once I forced my aching body out of bed and into the dreaded bathroom, I found it perfectly back to normal.
I can't believe it.
I decided not to take another shower. I got dressed in my fat just before he died Elvis getup and dragged myself down to the lobby in search of Basil Salty, but he was nowhere to be found. What's worse is that he had left Manuel in charge. Without even attempting to engage Manuel, I went into the dining room where I found George, Gracie, Gomer, and Cato from the Green Hornet. I took a seat next to Gracie. Polly came along, and as Elvis, I ordered a peanut butter and banana sandwich with Twinkies for dessert, but apparently all they had on the menu was duck.
You don't look so good. You look more like Elvis after he's been dead for a while.
Gracie observed. Our conversation was kept down low as we began to discuss the big celebration at Totenkopf's research facility and the coinciding dinner party at Dr. Totenkopf's residence. 20 minutes later, there still hadn't been any sign of the duck I ordered. It turned out that Manuel had delivered it to the wrong table, and the unfortunate man who had begun eating it had turned blue and collapsed onto the floor where he was pronounced dead by a doctor in the house who had been waiting over an hour for his sausages.
This man is dead. Where are my sausages?
That man's duck was meant for me.
Why, Sam,
said Gomer Pyle. Cato puffed his pipe to life.
During the last 12 hours, there have been numerous attempts to murder each and every one of us. I think it's safe to assume that someone, aware of our identities and perceiving us as threats to his plans, is desperately attempting to eliminate us.
it's my uncle. My uncle is behind it all, I'm sure. He wants nothing to interfere with his big plans for tomorrow.
Precisely. Totenkopf wants us all out of the way before tomorrow's grand dinner party at his residence.
I lit up a lucky strike.
So he don't want us nowhere near his big to-do. To me, that's just like an invitation. He might as well have painted a great big target on it. The place will be crawling with globalist scumbags of every conceivable stripe. I say we should present ourselves and lighten up the party, so to speak. The big four-poster bed settled back down after the exhausted lovers crumbled into each other's arms. One reached for a cigarette. You are still thinking of tomorrow and that blasted dinner party and that private detective.
But he is ruining all of our plans. I wanted to present der Professor met der bloody corpse of Danger und his companions.
You think a handful of insignificant little rodents is more impressive than the micro-lobotomizer itself? You must simply kill them and attend to other more important matters.
But that's just it. As yet. I have been unable to kill them. I am surrounded by incompetent fools.
Kissinger patted her bottom.
My friend, kill them. Get it over with.
But they are so damned elusive.
Do you want for me to kill them?
I will kill them all for my little Heine. I will have them all butchered and presented as dinner for all the esteemed guests to eat.
Totenkopf cuddled closer to her lover.
Oh, Henry, I just love it when you talk to me that way.
I am sure that tomorrow Mariachi will be more than pleased.
Do you really think so, Henry?
I really do, my little Heine.
Henry,
Yes, my little passion flower.
speak to me that way some more.
The home of Dr. Heinrich von Totenkopf had been transformed into a fairy tale castle for the event. Everything was clean and gleaming and picture perfect. The staff had been prepped and went about their duties with the utmost vigor and grace. The dining room was elegant and beautiful, and the planned menu was simply divine. The local press and television crews were all set up and already were broadcasting exclusive coverage of the arriving guests. They were showing up and getting the whole Hollywood premiere superstar treatment. Every television set in town was tuned in. It was on every channel. Meanwhile, over at the research center, the whole place was decorated to the max, and the employees were in the auditorium enjoying themselves at a dance featuring music by none other than Marilyn Manson and Lady Gaga. People were being interviewed, speeches were being made. Everyone was anxious to experience the unveiling of the special broadcast by the great Dr. Totenkopf, him or herself. Yes, it was to be the day of Totenkopf. The light that shined on Totenkopf this day would emanate out into the world of the global super elite to illuminate the true genius of Totenkopf. This they would instantly recognize, and thus doors and beds would magically open up for him or her, and then their dreams would be fulfilled. Totenkopf arose early that morning. She dressed and partook of a hearty breakfast. He then did interviews on the morning news and various morning talk shows. After that, he greeted early guests such as George Soros, Karl Rove, and members of the Bin Laden family. It wasn't long before the caffeine of several cups of coffee had been filtered through Totenkopf's kidneys. It was now ready to be disposed of. Totenkopf excused herself from her guests and headed for the bathroom. Once there, he shut the door and locked it behind her. He pulled down her trousers and sat herself down on the porcelain throne. One move, Totenkopf, and I'll blow your brains out. Totenkopf felt the icy cold steel of my 38th barrel pressed against her right temple.
You are Charlie Danger.
Clam up your big mouth.
Charlie Danger in my own house?
Totenkopf was silent as I crawled the rest of the way out of the medicine cabinet. It's a neat little trick that Jaime taught me. Totenkopf, you're a sick-twisted bastard with sick-twisted plans, but I'm telling you now that you and all of your plans are through. Finished. Kaput. Over and out. You get the picture?
No, Mr. Danger. You and all your comrades are the ones who are kaput. Do you think that I am helpless? Do you think that I am now at your mercy? It goes to show you how entirely wrong you are, Mr. Danger.
I was just getting ready to pull the trigger to prove my point when all of a sudden there was a loud knocking on the bathroom door. I should have just went ahead and pulled the trigger and then made for the medicine cabinet, but I hesitated. "Just a minute," I yelled. I had turned my head for only a split second when I heard Totenkopf's insane laughter and the sound of the toilet flushing. The next thing I knew, Totenkopf had vanished. He'd been flushed, transported to a place of safety. Totenkopf had perfected an emergency transportation vehicle disguised as an average everyday toilet bowl. Suddenly, my own experience with the toilet back at the hotel made sense. They were trying to transport me. The son of a got away again. I could have let him have it. I could have rid the world of one big scumbag. I hate when that happens. As it turned out, I was left standing there staring at the toilet with a gun in my hand and some dame with a weak bladder pounding on the door. Every television set in any town was tuned in to the complete, comprehensive, in-depth coverage of the day's events. Then, the supervision was rolled out onto the stage with great fanfare. The crowd went wild in cheering, standing ovation. There was a hush as Totenkopf entered the room and made his way to the podium. He stepped onto the small stage, followed by a dozen armed guards who spread out behind her. Sitting in that audience was every big-shot globalist in the country. Every eye, every ear were focused intently on the doctor. It was Totenkopf's big moment.
Glorious leaders of their world's economic structures, welcome to my dinner party. I am sure you will find it interesting. To the men and women of the research and development department who are now watching this live transmission on the screen of their new supervision. I'm sure you will find that hard work on this project is about to be rewarded.
The giant supervision screen came to life. All eyes and ears were intent upon the image of Totenkopf's face on the supervision screen. The world's elite globalist movers and shakers listened intently to Totenkopf's words.
I am about to bring an entirely new meaning to the word television. And likewise, I will also entirely redefine the word entertainment. I now give to the word the new supervision. The supervision is more than for the entertainment. It is also the friend and servant. Soon, the ultimate television viewing experience will be available for the public. The supervision will change the world and will change the people as well. And now, I give you the actual demonstration of the supervision and guarantee that it will blow your minds.
Yes, you've been listening to Charlie Danger, Private Detective. Tune in next time for the next exciting episode of Charlie Danger, Private Detective.